This is a really weird thing that happened in a game of Standard, but is this a bug? It was seen in a video put out by Bosch and Roll in a game of Standard on MTGO. Now, I don't want to rip a bunch of this guy's content, so you can see the video yourself at 46 minutes and 33 seconds, where Bosch had an Astrologian's Planisphere attached to a 1/1 hero, and the opponent had an Azure Beastbinder, which has a really weird effect. But the most important part about this card is whenever this card attacks, up to one target artifact, creature, or planeswalker loses all abilities until your next turn. So their opponent attacks them with the Beastbinder and uses the ability to target the Planisphere. On Bosch's turn, he casts a Stormchaser's Talon, but to his surprise, the hero still triggers to put a +1/+1 counter on it. But as you can see here, the Planisphere's text box is grayed out, implying that it has no abilities. And yet, the wizard is still able to trigger the ability as if the Planisphere was still granting that ability to the wizard. Is this a bug? Well, let's take a look at Planisphere a little bit more closely. This effect right here is all in one block, which means that it's all one effect, but it works in two parts. The first part is that the Planisphere makes the equipped creature a wizard in addition to its other types. The second part is that it gives an ability to the creature. So the Planisphere operates on layer 4 with type changing effect by making it a wizard, and it operates on layer 6 with ability adding effects. The Beastbinder also works on layer 6 with ability removing effects, and since the Planisphere is not a creature, it doesn't deal with any of the type changing stuff. Now, the rule that helps to explain all of this is this one, especially the highlighted part, which basically says if part of an effect begins to apply on the layers, then the entire effect will continue to apply even if that effect is removed later on. Part of the effect of the Planisphere began to apply on layer 4 before any ability removing stuff got to apply. And remember when I said that this is one block of text, which means it's one entire effect, it's just in two parts? Well, because one of those parts began to apply before it got removed, the entire effect will get to apply even if some of it gets removed later on. So when we get to layer 6, we'll remove that ability, but that effect was still stuck on, so it's still going to give that ability to the creature. So what is occurring here is not a bug, it's actually just a very unintuitive interaction of the layer. The funny thing is though, if they used Azure Beastbinder and targeted the hero instead, it would work how they wanted it to, because the hero is gaining that ability on layer 6 with no other prior interactions on the layers to have it gain that ability. So the hero having that ability will have the earlier timestamp, and then the Beastbinder will have the later timestamp overriding that and making it have no ability. Now I'm sure a lot of you are asking, why does this exist? Why does it work that way? And that's a whole other topic for another video, but basically if we don't have this rule, it would break things in the game.